Today we're making Japanese curry but with coconut milk, so it's a twist on the standard. I've made a video before about Japanese curry in the Instant Pot, so if you want the original, feel free to check that out. But this should also hit that spot also if you want to know how to do this. But I'm starting with coconut oil. My Instant Pot is on saute mode, so it's heated up, and we're adding our onions. Cut them up however you want. This is about the size that I like them, but if you want them bigger and chunkier, feel free to do it that way. And we'll let these heat up. But to this, we are also going to add a cube of ginger. I like to keep grated ginger in my freezer so that I can just drop it in like this. It's a nice tip that I like to share. So cut up all that ginger when you bring it home and have it ready in your freezer. So we will saute this up because we want those onions caramelized and sweet and brown and all of that before we add some of the other stuff that doesn't need to cook for as long. So make sure those onions get nice and brown and caramelized. This looks about good, so we are going to add our other vegetables. I have cut up some carrots. I cut them chunkier because they will get soft, and I don't want them to be super small because then they'll just be mushy. But again, that is up to you. Everybody likes their curry differently, so you do it the way that you want to. This is how I am going to show you because this is how we like it. Give this a good mix too. We don't want the bottom to burn with the onions and all of that. And so just give it a mix every so often so that it doesn't stick and burn to the bottom. Now we're ready to add the next one, potatoes. I've cut up these in chunks too. Same thing goes here, your size. Remember to just mix it up so it doesn't get stuck on the bottom. Now I'm adding chicken. This time I'm using rotisserie chicken. You could also cook a whole chicken in there, raw chicken, and have that come out with the bone broth and all of that too. But feel free to add whatever kind of chicken you would like, raw or cooked. You can just cook it for longer if you use raw chicken. I just thought this would be easier for today, so that is what we're doing. To this, I am adding the bone broth that I have made before, and I know it's gelatinous looking because it's been in the fridge, but I'm going to add a total of about 3 cups. I'll break it up in a little bit, but I'm going to add about 3 cups of chicken stock. You can just use a standard chicken stock from a carton, from a can, whatever you want to use, or veggie broth, or whatever type of broth you want to use. It can even just be water. So 3 cups of liquid goes in here, and I don't actually have regular garlic, minced garlic, so I'm just going to put a little garlic powder. Again, this is just whatever you have, whatever you like, but I like a little garlic in there, so I'm mixing in this garlic powder. And as you can see, as I'm already mixing it up, this just becomes liquid. So that gelatinous looking goop of bone broth is now liquid. So I'll mix this all together, and I'm just going to add a little bit more because that was not quite 3 cups, and I want to have 3 cups in there since that will be the base for my curry. Now the curry cubes. I'm using the S&B Golden Curry Cubes, and this is medium. So there is a mild, medium, hot. I get the medium. It works well for the whole family. So that is what I am doing. I also know my mom has mixed mild and medium before. Some people mix medium and hot. It is really your preference again. I am going to be adding some coconut milk later this time, and so that will mild it out a little bit too. But I'm just going to take one of these packages, break it into quarters because that's what kind of that line in the back makes it look like. And so then we'll peel and open up the package and get out these curry cubes that are now broken up into nice little quarters. And big tip here, you do not want those to sink to the bottom. Make sure they stay on the top when you close that lid, because that can stick and burn on the bottom. You don't want that. Okay, let's close this. Let's make sure the steam will stay in, and we will set it, the manual, to 4 minutes. While that is cooking, let's get this coconut milk can open and ready so that we can use it whenever that Instant Pot finishes. I like to use full fat. Other than that, I don't really have any recommendation. Okay, we are ready. Let's do the full release. It's been released already, so when you open it up, ooh, you get all that steam, but look at that. Can you see that? All the goop is on the top from the roux, as you can see, and that's why you want it on top, because you don't want that heavy stuff scorching the bottom, because then you'll have burnt curry. But look at that. If you can see through the steam, it is looking very, very nice. Not super thick, not super thin. And now we're going to add that coconut milk. I'm just kind of eyeballing about 1/3 of that can, about a cup, but it's really how creamy you want it to be. You can just add a little bit, but I'm using about 1/3 of the can. And it just gives it a nice creaminess. It does look different because, as you can see, it's a lot whiter. It's not the dark brown that it usually is. But I am excited for this. Okay, so let's give this a try. Can you see it? Oh, that's hot. It's a little creamy looking, but looks good. It's got a little bit of a sweeter, creamier texture. It's a little different and I like it. I don't know that I do it all the time, but it's definitely a unique twist to it, and I would highly recommend trying it. And I put sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes, so it's a little sweet and kind of a blend between the Japanese and other Asian curries, like a Thai curry. So try it, let me know what you think, and I hope you love it. Till next time, mata ne.